Hello, and thank you so much for joining me once again in beautiful Nicaragua. I am so grateful to be here, so grateful to share this practice with you guys, and I am honored that you have chosen to allow me to lead you through today's practice. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated position on your mat. Feel free to sit on blocks, sit on a bolster, sit on a blanket, whatever makes it more comfortable for you. Ensuring that your spine is straight. Crossing your legs. We're going to start with our hands on our knees, on our thighs, and eyes closed. Once your eyes are closed, begin to notice your breath. Notice your natural state of breathing without trying to alter it or change it in any way. Just becoming aware of it. Taking your left hand and placing it on your belly button. Begin to deepen your inhale. Deepening your inhale as you bring your breath down into the lowest part of your belly, filling up your abdominal like a balloon. You should feel it pressing against your hand as you fill the balloon of your belly. And exhaling as you deflate the balloon, emptying all the air out of your body. Inhale once more to inflate the balloon, feeling it stretch against your hand, filling your body with your breath. And exhale as you empty the balloon, empty all the stale air, all the stale energy out of your body. Inhale to fill the balloon. This time, once the balloon is filled, continue inhaling as you fill your ribs and fill your chest. 3-part yogic breath, filling all the way through. Abdominal, ribs, chest. And exhale as you empty out from the chest, ribs, abdominal. Inhale once more, filling your belly, chest, ribs, as if you're filling a water pitcher. And exhale as you empty that water pitcher from the top, chest, ribs, abdominal. 2 more rounds like that on your own breath. Filling all the way, filling to your maximum capacity, letting that air travel all the way down into the deepest parts of your belly. Filling your chest to the brim. And fully exhaling. Emptying every last drop from the pitcher. Feeling the balloon expand against your hand as you inhale. Feeling your chest puff up as you continue filling. And fully emptying all the stale air, stale energy out of your body. Releasing your hands back to your knees when you've completed your 2 breaths. And allowing your breathing once again to return to its natural state. When you're ready, opening your eyes and meeting me back on your mat. I hope our short pranayama exercise has you feeling more present, more in touch with yourself, with your breath. As we move through our Hatha flow today, we're going to move through sun salutations, and we're going to move through some traditional yoga poses This is a really fun practice. This is a really fun one to do repeatedly as you build strength in your poses, as your poses get stronger and more stable. This is a really good practice to come back to and do again and again and see where you're at each time. I'd like to set the intention for today's practice of patience and compassion. Throughout the practice, every pose that we do, every new movement, whether it's one that you thrive in or one that you've never done before, I would invite you to meet yourself with patience and compassion for every single pose, every single time. On that note, beginning our warm-up, inhaling as you bring your arms up to the sky above your head. Exhaling as you lower your right hand down back behind your back as a second spine. Left hand to right knee, twisting to the right, opening up the chest to the right. Inhaling here as you lengthen your spine, lengthen through the crown of the head, and exhaling to deepen your twist. Using the touch point between your knee and your hand is only a slight touch point, ensuring the twist is coming from your spine. Inhale back to center, both arms up. Exhale, lower left hand down behind you as a second spine, right hand to left knee, twisting to the left. Each inhale here, lengthening the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head. Each exhale, deepening your twist. Inhale to center, both hands to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, letting your hands fall where they may. Walking your hands out as far as you can, keeping your hips planted on the mat. Once again, using your inhales to lengthen your spine and your exhales to deepen your fold. Inhale, walk your hands back up to center, bringing your hands behind you. I'm going to turn sideways here so you can see a little bit better. Bringing your hands behind you on the mat, about a foot away, fingertips pointed towards your body. Inhaling as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, bringing your chest to the sky, opening your heart, maintaining strength in your neck, pretending you've got a grapefruit underneath your chin. You're holding that grapefruit with your chin and your chest. Breathing here, really squeezing those shoulder blades together. And releasing back down. Changing the cross of your legs, whichever leg was in front, now goes in the back. Whichever leg was in the back, now goes in the front. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold once more, letting your hands fall where they may. Taking time during your breaths here to walk your hands out a little bit farther. Inhale, walking your hands up once more, bringing them back behind you about a foot away, fingertips pointing towards your body, and squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening your heart to the sky, keeping that grapefruit between your chin and your chest. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Rolling over our knees, coming into tabletop position. Taking a moment to set up your tabletop, ensuring you have 2 fist distance between your knees. Knees are directly under hips. Wrists, elbows, shoulders are stacked together. Hands slightly wider than your shoulders. And begin to take movement in your tabletop. That can be cat-cow. That's one of my favorites. You can take circles, coming over your wrists, stretching through your wrists, stretching through your hips and your knees. Whatever kind of movement feels best for you. Taking a few breaths here to begin this movement. Taking charge of your practice, circling back to your intention, meeting yourself with patience and compassion this morning, and having fun with today's practice. Hatha flows tend to be a bit more relaxing than, say, a vinyasa flow, for example. A little bit slower paced, allows us to spend more time in each pose, more time setting up each pose, more time breaking down each pose, more time building strength in each pose. So Hatha flows are really fun. Like I mentioned, it's really great to come back to as you continue building your strength. Finding stillness once more in the middle. Tucking your toes, bringing your hips up to the sky, setting up for your first downward dog of the practice. Taking time here to once again check your alignment. 2 fist distance width between your feet. Heels up, heels down, doesn't matter, wherever your heels fall today. Fingertips gripping the mat. Shoulders and arms externally rotated, giving you more space to come back towards your calves. Taking movement in your down dog, bending one knee and then the other. Begin to walk the dog. Inhaling as you rise up on your toes, bending your knees, gazing between your hands, and slowly walking to the front of your mat, meeting in a forward fold. Beautiful. Taking this forward fold for whatever you need. Feel free to grasp behind your calves, to grasp opposite elbows, or to just let your hands fall where they may. Inhaling as you put a slight bend in your knees, arms directly out in front of you, and slowly rise up all the way up to the sky. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands down by your side for Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a moment here to shake everything out. And a full deep breath. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhaling here. Inhale, hands up to the sky, putting a slight back bend in your back, bringing your arms back behind your ears. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you step the right foot back, lowering back knee, tenting your fingers, untucking back toes, and shining your heart through. Retaining that inhale as you bring your hands down to the mat and step back into plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat, keeping elbows in towards the body. And inhale as you lower down, pulling your heart through, coming into cobra. Exhale, lower chest down, untucking back toes, bringing hips to the sky for downward dog. Inhaling, stepping right foot through between your hands, lowering back knee once more, untucking the toes, tenting your fingers, and shining your heart through. Taking a full breath here. Fingers can be down on the mat, if you choose, on blocks, hovering just a little bit, straight back, shining your heart through. Exhale, lower hands down, stepping forward, bringing back foot to meet the front for forward fold. Inhale, rising up, arms to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands down beside you, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping left foot back, lowering back knee, untucking back toes, tenting your fingers, lifting your heart, shining through here. Retaining that inhale as you place both hands down on the mat, stepping back to plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat, keeping your arms tucked in once more, elbows tucked in. Inhale as you slide through, lowering down, lifting your heart, shining through. Exhale, lowering chest down, untucking back toes, bringing hips to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, stepping left foot forward, right knee down, untucking back toes, tenting fingers, shining your heart through. Exhale, placing hands down on the mat, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, slight bend in your knees, rising your arms forward and up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Full breath here. Taking this breath to remember your patience and compassion for yourself, and to feel the energy and warmth moving through your body as we move through these sun salutations. On your next exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step right foot back, lower back knee, tenting back fingers, front fingers, rising up, shining your heart through. Retaining that inhale as you step back to plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, sliding through, lifting your heart, coming into cobra. Exhale, lowering chest down, bringing hips to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, stepping right foot forward, lowering back knee, lifting your heart. Inhale, planting hands down on the mat, stepping forward, coming into a forward fold. Exhaling here. Inhale, slight bend in your knees, arms directly out in front of you, rising up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands down beside you, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Moving through that sun salutation one more time. Give it everything you've got. Inhale, hands to the sky, slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping left foot back, lowering back knee, untucking back toes, shining your heart through. Retaining that inhale as you plant your hands, stepping back to plank pose. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, sliding your chest through, lowering down, lifting your heart. Exhale, bringing chest to the ground. Rolling over the knees, hips to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, stepping left foot forward, lowering right knee. Rising up, tented fingers, shining your heart through. Exhale as you step forward, coming into forward fold. Full breath here. Inhale, putting a bend in your knees, arms directly out in front of you, rising all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, hands directly out in front of you, palms facing down. And exhale as you slowly begin to lower down. Slowly, 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 like you're on an elevator, lowering all the way down. Slowly as you can. Pausing at the bottom to hug your knees. And when you're ready, coming all the way down to the mat. Legs out in front of you. And lowering down onto your back. Letting your feet come to the outside corners of your mat. Bringing your hands to either side of you. Palms facing up. Coming into your first mini Shavasana. Taking time in this mini Shavasana to allow your breathing to return to its natural state once more. Allow your body to be held by the earth. Fully surrendering here. Reminding yourself of the patience and compassion for your body and for your mind. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, coming back into our practice. Bringing your legs together, zipping them up like a mermaid tail. Taking your hands into a diamond shape and placing them underneath your lower back, right on your sacrum. Putting a flex in your feet, toes pointed towards the sky. Inhaling slowly as you slowly begin to raise your right leg up to the sky. As slowly as you can, like it's moving through tar. So slow as you continue that inhale. Pausing at the top and slowly exhaling. As slow as you can. Fighting its way through tar, lowering that leg back to the mat. Hovering when you reach the bottom. Inhaling once more, rising the leg. It weighs 1,000 pounds. It's so heavy. Slowly bringing your leg up, pausing at the top, and just as slowly exhaling and releasing your leg back down. Hovering once more at the bottom. Inhale as you rise. Final time. Go slow, slow, slow. Rising up. And just as slowly exhaling down. Moving through tar. Moving through molasses. Hovering at the bottom. Hover. Keep hovering. And release. Bringing your hands out from underneath you. Bending the right knee, hugging that right knee in, clasping your hands together, bringing them just under the right knee and hugging that knee into the chest. Keeping the left foot flexed, left leg straight. Inhale as you straighten your right leg, bringing your clasp of your hands behind your right thigh. Feel free to put a bend in your knee here if needed. Option to stay right here. Option on your next inhale to lift your chest up and slide your hands up your calf. Exhale as you lower down, bringing your leg closer to your body, maintaining a bend in your elbows like you have a beach ball in between your arms. You're welcome to use a strap here or a scarf or a shirt or anything you've got at home you can place behind your legs and hold in your hands like so. Or to take the first option as well, hands down lower or a bent knee. Breathing here. On your next exhale, slowly releasing your knee back to your chest, hugging your knee in once more. Breathing here. And opening your knee up to the side, bringing the knee down towards the mat, and circling your leg all the way back down to meet the left. Shaking your legs out here. Placing your hands once more in a diamond shape underneath your lower back, right on your sacrum. Moving on to the left. Inhaling as you slowly begin to raise your left leg all the way up to the sky. Slowly, slowly, slowly. 1,000-pound leg. Pausing at the top. Ensuring your right foot is flexed, right leg is straight. And just as slowly exhaling your left back down to the mat. Moving through tar so slowly as you exhale. Hovering at the bottom, not touching the mat. And inhaling back up once more. Deep inhale, slow movement. Exhaling to lower. Keeping it slow all the way down till you hover. Keep hovering, keep hovering. Everyone meeting and hover. Final lift as you inhale, maintaining the slow pace, maintaining the deep inhale, and exhaling as you slowly lower down, slowly hovering once more. Continue hovering, and release. Beautiful. Bringing your hands out from underneath your back, bending the left knee, and hugging that left knee into your chest. Hugging your knee, appreciating it for the leg lifts, appreciating it for that core work, leg work. Inhaling as you straighten your leg, moving the clasp of your hands to behind your thigh. Once again, feel free to have a bent knee here if needed. Option to stay right here. Option to inhale and slide your hands up to the back of your calf. Exhaling as you lower your shoulders back down to the mat, grounding your shoulders into the mat, bringing your leg closer to your body. Keeping that bend in your elbows like you've got a beach ball. If you used a strap or a shirt or a scarf on the other side, feel free to use that on this side as well. Breathing here. Oftentimes we find that one side is tighter than the other. One side is more flexible than the other, and that is perfectly normal. Meeting each side of the body where it is at. Exhaling as you bend the knee once more, releasing the hands, bringing them to the front and hugging your knee into the chest. Opening your knee out to the side and circling it all the way down to the mat. Bringing your feet to the outer corners of the mat once more. Bringing your hands down to either side of you, palms facing up. Coming in to your second mini Shavasana. Eyes closed. Letting your breathing return to its natural state. Melting into the ground, knowing that you will be supported and held. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Coming back to our practice. When you're ready, coming in to a vertical position. Bringing your legs out to one side or the other, right or left, and rolling over your knees. Coming in to tabletop. Once in tabletop, shifting back onto your knees, taking a moment, we're going to set up our arms for dolphin pose. So grasping opposite elbows with opposite hands, a full grasp, hands wrapped around your elbows. This is going to give you the correct placement for dolphin pose. Down here on the mat, releasing your hands from your elbows once you have that wrap, but leaving your elbows where they're at and placing your hands firmly on the mat. Beautiful. This placement of your arms gives you the most stability in this pose. Bringing your knees back together once more and lifting your hips up to the sky, almost like downward dog, but down on our forearms. Coming into dolphin pose. Allowing the weight of your body to be supported in your arms, in your shoulders. Option to stay right here. Option to shift your weight back and forth over your hands, back down on your heels, shifting your weight back and forth, building strength and stability here. Dolphin is a wonderful pose on its own. It's also a great way to build up the muscles needed for headstand. Transitioning from dolphin to headstand is not something we'll do in this practice today, but practicing dolphin, if you're working towards getting into headstand, is a wonderful way to build up that strength. A few more breaths here. Exhaling as you release your knees down to the mat, bringing toes together and opening knees out to the edges of the mat, coming into your child's pose. Letting your body rest once more on the mat, bringing your forehead down to the mat, letting that third eye chakra meet the earth. Knees wide, toes touching. Breathing here. Inhaling back up to tabletop once more. And shifting the feet either to the right or the left, either way, as you come into seated position. Moving once more back down onto the mat. Keeping a bend in your legs, bend in your feet, their feet on the mat, Bend at the knees. Walking the feet in to where you can slightly graze them with your fingertips. Hands down, palms flat on the mat beside you. Taking bridge pose. Inhaling as you lift your hips up to the sky and clasp your hands underneath your body. Begin to walk your shoulders underneath your body. Keeping the clasp of your hands on the mat, opening your heart, opening your chest, not squeezing your glutes here. That's a different kind of workout. Simply opening your heart, maintaining a space between your neck and your chest for breath. Remembering to breathe here. Keeping your thighs together. If you find your thighs begin to open like this, squeezing them together, feel free to put a block between your thighs to hold there. A book if you have one, whatever you've got. Placing something between your thighs to hold will help keep them together. Continuing to breathe here. On your next exhale, releasing your hands, palms down to the mat, and slowly rolling down onto the mat, untucking your shoulders. And begin to TikTok your legs back and forth. Smiling here, appreciating your body. Bridge is a fun one. We've got another fun one coming up. I love the heart openers. There's something that I've never really found in any other form of movement besides yoga. Straightening your legs out in front of you, zipping them together like a mermaid tail once more, flexing your feet, toes pointed towards the sky, bringing your hands into a diamond shape underneath your lower back, underneath your sacrum, preparing for fish pose. We're not doing leg lifts again, I promise. Inhaling here as you rise up onto your forearms, bringing your forearms behind you, gazing at your toes. And exhaling as you lower your head back down towards the mat, crown of the head down towards the mat. Once more, opening your heart. Fish pose is said to cure all disease. Whether or not you believe that, this pose is still wonderful for opening our body. Remembering to breathe here. On your next exhale, tucking your chin in and lowering your body back down to the mat, bringing your arms out from underneath you. Taking a moment here to shake everything out. Shake out your hands, shake out your arms. Feel free to take a drink of water if you need. Whatever you need in this moment. Remembering that patience and that compassion as you stretch your body. Oh, full body stretch. And inhaling as you rise up to a vertical position. Keeping your legs out in front of you once more. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, letting your hands fall where they may, whether they come to your feet, whether they come to the mat, to your shins, wherever your hands fall, letting them fall where they may. In this forward fold, every time you inhale, lengthening your spine, lengthening through the crown of your head as if someone has a string and is pulling you tall. And every time you exhale, deepening the fold, folding at your waist, at your hips. Breathing here. Letting your neck fold in. On your next exhale, walking your hands back through. And inhale, hands to the sky once more. Beautiful. Exhale, lowering your hands behind you. Fingertips pointing towards your body about a foot away like we did in our warm-ups. Pointing both feet. And inhaling as you rise your hips up off the ground, coming into inclined plane. Option here to walk your feet in for reverse tabletop rather than inclined plane. Ensuring that your hips are high up to the sky, up as high as you can get them. Breathing here. If you're in inclined plane, squeezing your thighs together, maintaining the integrity of the pose. Grapefruit under your chin once more, holding it between your chin and your chest. Exhale as you slowly release down. Bringing your legs out to the side, rolling over your knees, coming in to tabletop. Once in tabletop, inhaling as we come up to plank pose. Holding here in plank for a moment. Full breath here. Exhale, lower knees, and slowly leaving your hands where they're at. Untucking your back toes. Slowly begin to lower down to the mat. Keeping your elbows tucked in to the body. Leaving your hands where they're at. Allow your forehead to come down to the mat. Legs in together. Inhale as you rise your chest up off the mat slightly for baby cobra. Bringing hands up off the mat, letting your core, letting your lower back support you. Gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down, bringing forehead to the mat once more. Sliding your hands slightly down just to the top of your bra line, keeping the elbows tucked in. Widening your legs slightly. Inhale to rise up once more. Rising up a little higher. Keeping a bend in your elbows. Legs flat on the mat. Bringing your shoulders down your body. Not having them tucked up in your ears like this. Bringing them down strong and beautiful. Exhaling, release down. Once again, widening your feet. This time out to the outer corner edges of the mat. Sliding your hands down another inch or so. Inhaling as you rise all the way up. Keeping a bend in your elbows. Breathing here. Exhale, lower down. Walking your feet back together. Bringing your arms directly out in front of you, straight out on the mat. Full body stretch here. Breathing here. And releasing. Inhaling as you bend the right knee, bringing right hand, circling back around to grab the outer edge of the right foot. Gently pulling the right foot in towards the body. Stretching here. Slowly, with control, exhale and release down to the mat. Inhale, bending left knee, circling left hand back around towards the outer edges of the left foot. Gently pulling the left foot into the body. Exhaling gently, with control, back down to the mat. Option through that. One more time, one leg, and then the other. Option to bend both knees simultaneously, circling both hands around, grasping outer edges of both feet, and lifting up as you inhale. Lifting your chest, lifting your thighs, up off the mat. Breathing here. Perhaps your body rocks back and forth as you breathe. Exhaling as you slowly, with control, once more, release all the way down to the mat. Taking a full breath here. Inhaling as you shift your body up, coming in to tabletop and shifting your feet around to a seated position. Inhaling, arms up to the sky, bending the right leg, bringing right foot crossing over the left, right on the outer edges of the left knee. Exhaling as you release right hand down, bringing left elbow to right knee. Twisting to the side, twisting to the right side. Opening up your chest, lengthening through the spine, lengthening through the crown of the head. Inhale to release, hands back up to center. Bending left leg, placing left foot on the mat, on the outer edges of right knee. Exhaling as you release, left hand down to the mat, right elbow to left knee, twisting to the left, opening up here. Remembering to breathe, inhaling to lengthen and straighten your spine, and exhaling to deepen your twist. Inhale as you release back to center, hands down to the mat. Sliding forward slightly, bringing both feet to outer edges of the mat, 45-degree angle, and begin to walk yourself up. I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little bit better. Feet at a 45-degree angle, coming into your malasana, yogi squat. Hands to heart center, elbows gently pressing on the insides of your thighs. Breathing here. Option to take malasana as a resting pose, just as it is right here. Option to also build strength in this pose as you bring your thighs away from your calves, maintaining strength and stability. Breathing here, whether you need it in a resting pose or an active strength building pose. Exhaling as you release, releasing down onto the mat. Once more, coming all the way down onto your back, letting your feet fall where they may, hands fall where they may, melting in to your final Shavasana. Letting your breath return to its natural state. Letting your body be supported by the earth. Circling back once more to your intention of patience and compassion, and appreciating your body, and practicing gratitude today. Be grateful to yourself for showing up today, for completing this practice, for maybe moving through poses you've never moved through before, or building strength in poses that you're familiar with. Staying in Shavasana for as long as you need, as long as you're able to. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.